Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Sai Tech Guru. In today's video, I'll try to do the CPU throttling test comparison between the Realme Xon Max versus iQOO 7 device. So let's see friends which phone will be having what kind of throttling results and how much higher the temperatures can actually reach between both phones. The Realme Xon Max has got the Dimensity 1200, iQOO 7 Snapdragon 870 chipset. Both are 8GB RAM variants, but I'm trying to use the external RAM during this processor demonstration, as you can see, but I'm not using any kind of high performance mode. There is no high performance mode, there is no gaming enhancement boosters like gain space and ultra game mode, nothing enabled. Just basic CPU throttling application comparing side by side. Let me try to clear everything from the background. Everything is pretty clean in both phones, as you can see friends. So next step is to keep the brightness exactly to 50%. Both phones are set to 50%, that's equal, done. And next step is to show you exactly the options what I'm trying to use. Both are running at maximum threads, as you can see. That's also done. Everything is equal between both phones. There is nothing much difference. So right now let's start the test without wasting any time, and before that let's check the temperatures of the phone. 33 degrees and 32.4 degrees, as you can see, slightly a little bit less, just only 1 degree, not much. My room temperature is pretty low, it's only 31 degrees my room temperature. As you can see friends, not much. So at this point only 1 degree is difference between both phones, 32.4 and 33.4. Now let's see after certain time what will happen with the temperatures. So 1, 2, 3. So this is a question which has been requested by plenty of my subscribers, asking me to make a video comparing both phones side by side. So they want to know in terms of the performance wise, in terms of the scores and everything. So right now you can see the scores between both phones, how they are in terms of the Antutu benchmark score, sorry, in terms of this CPU scores, both phones. And we'll try to see the graph, how consistent it's trying to maintain in terms of the performance levels. And temperatures will try to focus as well. As I said, this may be another main focus regarding the temperatures. 34.6, 33. And you can see the performance scores, how it is and how consistent it's going on between both phones. And without using any kind of high performance, without using any kind of nothing at all, only external RAM is been turned on in both phones. Yes, except that nothing is there in between both phones. So right now this is a Realme Xon Max, as you can see in this phone, and iQOO 7 device at this point. And let's concentrate on the temperatures, how much the temperatures are. 36.4 degrees, 36.2 and 34.6, 34, 34.6. 36.2. As you can see the temperatures, how it's increasing in the Realme Xon Max. 35 degrees reached in the iQOO 7 device, and Realme Xon Max 37.2 degrees, as you can see clearly. And using the game space and ultra game mode, we might get different results. But right now this is a test which I'm trying to do without using any kind of game space or ultra game mode, nothing at all enabled at this point. Again, I'll be back after a certain amount of time, maybe 5 minutes and 10 minutes and 15 minutes. So in this way, we'll be able to discuss how is the graph and how is the scores as well. So right now, as you can see friends, it's been close to 5 minutes of time. Let's check the 5 minutes of time. What is the temperature? 40 degrees in the Realme Xon Max, 40 degrees. As you can see, this is what I'm trying to talk, how much the temperatures can be different. 39.2 in the iQOO 7 device. As you can see, 39.2 and 40 degrees in the Realme Xon Max, 40.2 degrees. As you can see, 40.2. So 40.2 is the highest in the Realme Xon Max, and the iQOO 7 device is also getting heat, 39.6. And at this time, the both phones, the performance scores, you can see which phone is really maintaining consistent level. As you can see, after 5 minutes of time, the consistency in terms of the maintaining Dimensity 1200 versus Snapdragon 870 chipset, as you can see clearly. So not only in the Snapdragon 870, even in the Snapdragon 865 also I did see the graph consistency, yes. So only starting from the Snapdragon 865 and Snapdragon 870, these two processors I did see this kind of consistency every time maintaining in terms of the performance. In the Snapdragon 888 processor, I do have the Mi11X device, Mi11 device with me. So in that I did not see this kind of consistency, but in these two processors only I did see the really good graphs. So right now in the Realme Xon Max, these are the results. So again, I'll be back after a certain amount of time. So right now, as you can see, friends, we are getting close to exactly 15 minutes of continuously doing this kind of CPU throttling test between both phones, and the temperatures maximum it went up to 40.5, 40.6 in this phone, and even the iQOO 7 also reached to 40.6. So both phones did reach 40.6 temperatures, the highest temperatures, both phones in terms of the temperatures. Now let's see what is happening with the performance score. So which has got what kind of maximum and which has got the what kind of average. So that is what I'm going to exactly compare between both phones. This after using very long time. Yes friends, both phones I did use for a very long time. You can see the CPU throttling. So CPU throttle up to only 90% in the iQOO 7 device. As you can see, in terms of the CPU throttle, only 90% at this point. And in the Realme X1 Max, it throttled up to 73% in terms of the CPU throttling, as you can see clearly. And let's start with the maximum 3,45,000 in the Realme X1 Max. It reached an average 2,88,000. In this phone, in the iQOO 7 device, the average was 3,11,000. Not bad at all, as you can see, average 3 lakhs. And minimum is 236 and minimum is 290 only. That's it, 290 in the iQOO 7 device. You can see that side by side comparison. So in terms of the temperatures, both are kind of equal. So in terms of the score, highest score in the Realme X1 Max, and average and the minimum score highest in the iQOO 7 device. So that's it, friends. Thank you for watching this video, and this is a quick information which I thought of just demonstrating for a lot of other users who are actually planning to buy this phone. So maybe this might be helpful. And see you in the next video, friends. I'll link straight for more updates. In case if you want me to do any other comparisons with other phone, let me know in the comment section below. Meanwhile, signing off. Bye.